Hello, everybody. Gannon here, joined by my lovely co-host, Dylan.
What's up, everyone?
Good to have you here, Dylan. Now, I haven't uploaded a video in like a week. I'm currently between jobs. I'm getting like a week off. I decided to spend that with friends instead of really making videos. So this is going to be like my first video after about a week of absence. But I am thoroughly looking forward to getting back to work and getting back into the grind of things. But today we have a treat. An absolute treat. We have gotten, after another consecutive break in between the last two One Piece chapters, have gotten chapter 1002 labeled Emperors versus the New Generation. So we have gotten another straight chapter of them just fucking beating on Yonkos. Just another straight chapter of it. Big Mom in this chapter, I mean, I don't think Big Mom has really fought much up close and personally at all.
Kind of in this chapter.
She popped off, but also at the same time, I feel like so far she hasn't really done much. Like, they haven't really gone after Big Mom. They're really going after Kaido. Yeah. Kaido's the person we really gotta beat here. It's almost like Big Mom's kind of a fucking side character. She's just flying around on Zeus this whole time. But we do see, because as Dylan stated, we have like a handful of new abilities revealed in this chapter, which is really fucking cool. Get to see a little bit more of what these characters are capable of right off at the start. Oh, well, I guess we could talk about this cover page real quick. It's Rob Lucci just feeding some pigeons, of which one of them is his, like, regular pigeon that sits on his shoulder, which is pretty fun. Not super juicer with the cover art. But here we are, first page, Kaido, like, he's fucking ginormous. It seems like this man gets bigger every chapter. You get to see, like, just, like, the scale of Kaido in this chapter as well. It's absolutely epic. He's winding up destructive wind, and he's about to use the wind scythe ability that was the first ability that really started fucking up the samurai. One of the wind scythes actually took Kiku's arm. Kiku and all the samurai are like, bro, like, we assume to be around third commander level, like around Jack's level, at least. So, what I'm actually impressed in this chapter is that we actually see Law teleporting. But not only do we see him teleporting, like, this ability is rather well explained, because every time he goes pop and he does the little teleport, you could see he leaves behind just a little bit of dust. Because that's what he's replacing himself with. He's just replacing himself with the debris on the battlefield to change position. So, Law cannot just teleport, really, I don't think.
No,
he has to, like, he has to switch position with things.
Yeah.
He has to, like, switch them. Kid over here getting a little bit fucked up, but it doesn't really matter, because over here on the next page, we just see that Eustace Kid says, big deal. It's made out of junk anyway. You know, you could just put the junk back together.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't matter if, like, an arm gets taken off. You can just magnetize it back to his, like, main, like, mech body.
Yeah, dude, I would really like to think that this is an awakening, by the way. Like, dude, if the basis of your ability is being able to repel and retract electronic objects, then I feel like a big boost that would make you kind of a very strong character is just electromagnetism, just like being able to control anything that's magnetic telepathically with, like, electromagnetic waves, which is pretty much what this ability is. Because, bro, come on, you're not just repelling and retracting. And then over here, right below that, we see Zoro. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Like, I just can't take it, bro. Like, he's so cool.
Yes.
I just, like, bro, he's one of the coolest characters of all time, and not only that, Oda, you could tell Oda likes Zoro. Like, Oda actually wants to juice up Zoro and just make him
He's given him so many just great
bro
moments so far.
Zoro, like, it's becoming pretty evident to us now that King was not worthy of his fight with Zoro. Like, King was not worthy. Unless King has some crazy ass shit.
I feel like we honestly haven't seen nearly enough from King yet to really make that assumption.
Listen to this, though. Unless King has some crazy drawn-out fight or something, I honestly think King is going to be, like, the worst first commander ever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think he's gonna be the one.
Him as worse than Katakuri, obviously.
No, I'm not even in strength level, bro. Just in like screen time.
Oh, in screen
just
time.
In like shit that he's going to do.
Even
I feel like
I would still say he's already like been the worst so far.
Like the worst so far in terms of like coolness factor, screen time.
Yeah, I really
just
really
overall what
more.
we think and expect from him, because. I mean, he's already been slightly like, he's got feats, of course, that are worthy of a first commander, but he's also just slightly embarrassed by Marco. He's not worthy of a Zoro fight. We see in this chapter Zoro is capable of Yonko slaughtering slashes, okay? Zoro deflects one of these scythes, which, to be honest, dude, it almost seems like the Red Scabbards weren't capable of doing. It is either that the Red Scabbards weren't incapable of detecting the scythes, they were just too fast, they literally couldn't deflect them because they were too powerful.
I think it's all above, honestly.
Just like all of it. Zoro, face, stiff as a fucking rock under his bandana, ting! Just deflects one of these scythes, it goes back and just, it destroys of stone because, I mean, come on. These high-level attacks, anything that Mother Nature can conjure at this point is just going to be butter in the face of these high-level attacks. Just shing, just cut through. Zoro, hard! That's hard! That is hard! Oh my god, I love Zoro. We see Luffy charging out Gomu Gomu no right in front of Kaido's face. The disadvantages of the dragon form is that it is a little bit big and clunky to fight in.
It's a little slow.
It's not even slow, dude. We see how fucking fast he is in this chapter. Like, he's still able to Soru, and it is slow compared to probably his base form. But, dude, it's just, the only reason it seems slow, Dylan, is because it's so big.
Yeah.
He's such a big target
in his dragon form.
Luffy gives him a fucking, like, uppercut in the form of a Kong rifle. Now, I don't know what it is, but they aren't really doing a good job at this point of really making it clear that Luffy's using that new haki. Because the first time he punched him with that new haki in the form of Red Rock, like, Kaido felt that shit. Like,
I'm gonna get to this later on. This is what I was talking about earlier, where I had some insights into, like, hockey.
And then another thing, it doesn't have the same effect, really, as, like, it. So what I'm thinking is that possibly Luffy...
You might say the same exact thing.
Possibly Luffy is just using the projection hockey right now, and he's not using the inside fuck-up all the time, because it's actually a really hard thing for him to do, and he hasn't mastered it yet. Similar to when he first got Future Sight, he wasn't completely a master of it, but then an arc later, he's a Future Sight, like, G. Do you know what I mean? So I'm under the impression right now that anybody who's using a hockey technique to damage Kaido in these coming panels is probably using the middle ground projection hockey to get under his skin, but not fuck him up from the inside.
I'm going to say this right now. I've always been under the impression, right, and this is just a thought I was having of, like, what could, like, explain all this, because I was thinking about this too. I was always under the impression, right, even, like, with advanced observation, like the Future Sight too, that it's like you would only be able to use those, like, abilities once, you have to have, like, super duper duper, like, strong, like, observation or armament hockey, right? But I kind of feel like it might be more so you don't necessarily have to have a super strong observation or, like, armament hockey to use these things, but I feel like it's more so just a way of using that type of hockey, like, just differently. You know what I mean? Because, like, for example, we see Sanji's, like, in Whole Cake, his observation hockey was fast enough that he could dodge a jelly bean from Katakuri, despite Katakuri being able to see the future, right?
Yeah, he
And
actually
earlier on
had
in this
like a
fight-
base observation hockey battle with Katakuri, and he got out above
Yeah.
him. So like
And-
Sanji is like talented in like base observation.
Yeah, and then like earlier on, even on the roof, we see the Scabbards, like they're very obviously using like advanced armament hockey, right? But it's like just scratching Kaido, like it's not doing any real damage.
It's basically like they're using Ryu, even though here's the thing, and I'm gonna mention this in a video later, is that they've kind of mucked up the definition for Ryu. As it stands in the manga, Ryu is just the broad term for what they refer to hockey as. In the anime, they have kind of fucked up the context clues. I remember watching clips because we've talked about this we've talked about this before. But they almost imply that Ryu is like the new advanced type in the anime. They almost kind of use context clues, and it's a little bit of a mistake.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I truly do believe that like this Kong rifle, and then also perhaps Killer's move, which we see later, is projection hockey. And then here's the thing. Here's the biggest piece of evidence that supports this, right? Is that when I bet if because here's the thing, people are damaging Kaido, and they're like, you can just damage me. The thing you need to damage Kaido is the projection hockey. The thing you need to defeat Kaido is the destruction hockey, because when Luffy hit Kaido with that one destruction hockey, Kaido wasn't just like, wait, what the fuck is he doing? He's like, whoa, he's a great man. Only great men could do that to me.
Yeah.
Only a handful of people can do that destruction fuckery hockey in the middle. And evidence of this is that that one fat Marine that's like the unofficial nephew of Kizaru, Sentomaru, is able to use projection hockey, but he's obviously not a great man who can do like the crazy ass shit.
Yeah, that's why I was like saying, like, I feel like it's not necessarily like your hockey has to be super strong to use those techniques. I think it's just kind of something that you need to learn and train to be able to use. Like, and obviously the stronger your hockey is, the better it's going to be, but I don't think you necessarily inherently have to have super strong hockey to use those abilities. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And going on, this is why I feel, here's my take on it. Going further with that, right? That also doesn't mean that by having super strong armament hockey doesn't mean you inherently are able to do those techniques, right?
Yeah.
So,
Zoro's probably got the strongest armament hockey, like just straight base armament hockey, right?
Who?
Zoro, he's one of the stronger ones just among characters in general, because like it's been stated that Zoro
amongst characters in general, yeah, I can see that.
He specializes in armament. Like he's a character that's been said to specialize in armament, but like he's not doing shit to Kaido unless he learns a better technique or he uses Enma.
But I was thinking, like, I feel like in my eyes, I low-key feel like Luffy may be the only one on the roof that can use any form of advanced armament, because earlier on, last chapter, we saw, or 2 chapters ago, maybe, it was either 1000 or 1001, but we see, like, Zoro and Kid, they're like Kid he has no clue what the fuck Luffy's doing. And Zoro knows what he's doing, but he's like, oh, that's what it is, right? So I feel like they aren't even using, like, an advanced armament hockey, like, technique, right? I feel like
most of them aren't in this chapter. I feel like at most, like 2 of them are, because I know for a fact a couple of them are just like using the terrain, and then Law, we'll see here, uses his Gamma Knife, which by default like attacks from the inside.
Yeah,
I don't really think
they are, because they don't know what it is, and I feel like they can't just learn it within like 1 chapter.
They don't know the god tier hockey, but I think it's very possible that like maybe they're going to either learn or just know how to do the projection hockey.
What I think it is like I was saying, I feel like their hockey just in general is just strong enough that they might be able, that they are doing very slight damage. Obviously nothing major like Luffy did last chapter.
I feel like to some degree they just know how to do the projection hockey. That's like it. You can't, doesn't matter how fucking strong your hockey is. Like base hockey is not going to damage Kaido. You need
But
to be able
all
to do
the
some
projection
kind of
hockey
technique.
does is just emit it away from you. It doesn't
I
necessarily
know,
make it stronger.
because then it's able to hurt Kaido beyond the scales.
But that would require the internal destruction hockey.
No.
But that's what the internal destruction hockey is. It allows for hockey to go into
but
them.
you're taking the definition a little bit too literally here. Okay, base hockey, you're not fucking with Kaido in base hockey. If you have the projection hockey or just like strong hockey in general like that, no, just the projection hockey, I feel like that's what you need to cut Kaido. I feel like some variant of that was used by the samurai to cut Kaido. I feel like some variant of that is used by, like, I don't know. Let's just get into, like, we need to talk about this part right here, because, like, we're getting into the nitty-gritty of it, but I haven't even spoken about the fucking panel. So, Eustace Kid, his moves are kind of have, like, interesting names. Gibson Slam, as Kaido is being basically, folded by Luffy, taking that Kong rifle, he's sent backwards, and then Eustace Kid takes him from the bottom of his gullet and throws him down. It says Gibson Slam. Kaido seemed to have been hurt by this. He says, "Arr, arr, 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 arr." It hurts him. Okay? Maybe, like, he slammed him to the ground and used the terrain to hurt him. I don't know how that ability hurt him, really, to be real. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't know how that ability really hurts him. What Oda's trying to do here is they're trying to think of creative ways for these dudes to hurt Kaido without really unlocking any crazy hockey types. So I don't understand what's going on here.
I don't either. I was really confused by what was happening here.
Don't. I really need to see this in the anime to see what Law's doing right here. Law poofs away. He, like, you know, uses a little teleportation technique. I reckon the heart is around here. I've never dissected a dragon before. And then he, like, Kaido is basically rebounding from the last attack. And then Law does this little, like, triple somersault. I don't know what this is. It says plink. Like, he's, like, fucking a chain. I don't know what this is. It looks
like Kaido's, like, kind of trying to, like, bite him or something. And he, like, kind of, like, goes away from it seems. But I don't understand what the circles are. Maybe, like, they are. I think that is what it is. I think it is just, like, he's, like, kind of spinning around.
Like, he's spinning around. You know what I mean? He's, like, jumping out of the way. Like, is that little cloud right there? You see that little impact at the end of it by Kaido's mouth? Is that signifying him, like, trying to chomp down on Law and he jumps out the way?
I think so.
And then, so Law jumps out the way, and then so here's what I think it is. He goes down, Luffy's, Kaido's rebounding, he looks at Law, goes for the chomp, Law plinks, I don't know, he plinks away, and then he teleports away to his heart region, and then he uses Gamma Knife. So Gamma Knife is Law's strongest ability that by default allows you to attack from the inside. So it's kind of like the principles of the Destruction Hockey, but in a single all-out attack. Here's the thing, like, he uses the Gamma Knife, and, like, Kaido definitely feels pain, but Kaido, like, literally in the next panel is like, damn! So you can counter my durability? Guess you're not the suicidal fools I took you for. So I think when Kaido says you can counter my durability, that's literally saying that you can, like, damage him in some fashion, similar to what the Red Samurais were doing, right? But again, Kaido looks rather unscathed, like really similar to the fight with the samurai. Like, look, he's chilling. Like, he's just been stabbed in the heart, thrown around, just fucking punched. He is fine. He's fine. I honestly think that, like, they just are, like, that's really what they're doing. They're just hurting Kaido right now. They're just doing what the samurai were doing right now.
Yeah, that's
in this
how
chapter.
I see it as well.
They're just picking up where the samurai left off, but they need to go above and beyond this, okay? And here is where one of my predictions actually comes true. It kind of. Killer, it's kind of cool how this dude is, like, climbing up Kaido's dragon scales with his sides. He's like, I've been through hell because of this tough hide, but it looks like I can get through if I slice you up from the inside. And now this is another moment of the chapter where I was a little bit mind-fucked, because I was just thinking, like, no way is this dude Killer actually producing physical scythes that are cutting through Kaido like this. This is obviously it's sonic scythes. Those aren't real.
Yeah, no, they definitely aren't, because you can see that like one right below Sonic. It's like wavy.
Yeah,
it's like not there. Like it's an illusion.
These are obviously, this is him like spinning his scythes around like so fucking hard that he's sending like scythe waves that are able to travel through Kaido. Like he's maybe using some sort of sound manipulation here, but like there's no way that those are like his scythes like getting so big and round and they're cutting through Kaido like a fucking blender, like a chainsaw. Like, no way is that happening. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They're just fucking up Kaido's internal organs. And Killer is just, walking around Kaido. And then, out of nowhere, an energy beam. And then here we go. This is, like, Killer gets fucked. Killer gets bodied.
One-shotted. Done.
He gets one-shotted. A ginormous bolt of lightning comes out and just vaporizes him off the back of Kaido. Big Mom says Indra. Indra in Hinduism is one of the really main deities, and he's like the guardian deity. So Big Mom's like guarding Kaido is what I'm trying to believe with her use of Indra. Killer is being fully vaporized by this. This is basically like an Enel level vaporization. Kid is freaking out. He's like, Killer, I'm not freaking out, of course. I saw Killer getting bodied from a mile away. When I saw Killer do the sonic scythes, I was like, okay, this dude better not do anything more than that, or this is actually like disrespectful to Yonko characters. He can't be doing more than the sonic scythes. I think Killer's down for the count after that. Mm-hmm. I don't think Killer's getting back up. I don't think he's got the gusto. I
feel like he'll get back up, but he's not going to be anywhere near as like capable as he was in the beginning.
Bro, I just don't know what he's going to do after that, dude. I just don't know how he can be more capable than the sonic scythes. I feel like the sonic scythes was really what Killer's capable of. Like, no way is this dude going to do more than that. Like, do you think Killer's going to do more than the sonic scythes?
No. I don't think he could play some support role later on for Kid, but
like his kit is like limited, bro. He's just got twirling sides. Okay? I don't know. I was predicting that Killer was going to get murked. Here he is murked. I just don't think he's going to do more. I'm sorry. There'll be no escape for anyone under the heavens. Big Mom,
so cool. I thought this was so cool.
Big Mom is in her element right now. She's actually like using the Soul Fruit to some pretty high tier points of what it's able to do. She's channeling the weather around her, making Zeus in his giant storm cloud, where she's able to basically send out as much electricity as she wants and just vaporize anything in her waking path. Truly a Yonko level ability. Like, that's a really cool ability. It's really awesome to see Big Mom flying around on the cloud. I just wish Big Mom would stop just being a side character who narrates, and I want her to actually get a little bit down and dirty. That's what I really want, and that's what I'm hoping to see from next chapter. But also, at the same time, I have to understand that this is the Kaido fight.
Mm-hmm. Kaido's the main, star of this fight as the villain.
Big Mom has basically admitted an inferiority to Kaido on two accounts. Big Mom is the side character. She's meant to narrate a little bit while Kaido is the one getting fucked up. These brats are tougher than expected. Kaido going for the bite. I think he's going to try to eat Killer. And then Luffy comes around saving Killer with a Rhino Schneider, which is the ability where he uses his feet to hit his opponents. Kaido doesn't really... I don't know, he's not really shaken up too much by the Rhino Schneider. He's going up for a Flame Blast.
Oh.
Zoro...
Oh. Here we go.
Another Zoro moment incoming, so just get ready to splurge, ladies and gentlemen. Trav, give me a boost. You ingrates are testing my patience. I'm not a babysitter, damn it. Alright. Law, it's time to stop acting this cool. You kind of just did the strongest move in your kit, and you really just kind of did jack shit. Law, what more are you going to do? Do you have, like, a super special secret move that you've been saving for the Yonko fight? That would be really cool and convenient.
I mean,
probably. It seems like that's probably what everybody else has got under their sleeve. So I really am hoping that Law is going to bring out some cool ability. Law teleports Zoro to block the flame breath again. So Zoro has now done the flame slice twice to save Luffy. Zoro, one sword style. Oh my god.
Here we go.
Get out the splash zone because I'm about to splurge. Okay, so, like, this is just, like, me looking at a character and I'm just thinking, like, I'm a proud father. I'm just so proud. Zoro jumps up. He says one sword style. Nitoryu. Pans over to Kaido. He's like, NANI?! Okay? Go down. Bottom right corner. Big Mom has a concerned look on her face. She looks scared.
Not just concerned.
She looks scared.
Like,
she looks worried.
Like, whoa.
She's like, Kaido, dodge!
Like,
dodge
move,
now!
Fucker.
Move! That's not your average sword. Enma looks so cool in that shot. This is the point where I was like, holy shit, maybe I do like Enma now more than Shusui.
I was literally thinking the same thing, Gannon. Shit you not.
Bro, because here's the thing. Shusui's low-key like a better designed sword with like a slightly better backstory it's history. It's just a little bit better than Enma's, if I'm going to be real.
Because it's the sword of the sword god. Like,
it's sword of the sword god, right? Who slayed a dragon, who's somebody like Zoro fought his corpse to obtain. Like, Shusui also has a slightly kind of better design than Enma, unless they finally... Because here's the thing. That's another thing. I don't think... I need to see its design in the anime, because they finally came out with, like, its straight Enma in the anime One Piece. Because they finally came out with, like, its official color in the anime, and it's, like, a green and gold sword. Okay? And then... Wait, is that from the anime? Is that, like, what it looks like?
No, they've definitely shown his sword off in the, like, Enma off in the anime, like, for sure.
Here we go. Here, I'm gonna send this to you on Discord. I think this is what it looks like with the hockey coat. It's like it's a green sword.
It's like a greenish gold tint, kind of.
Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like a greenish gold sword. It's a pretty straight line. And the hilt, it's got like a 3-flower hilt. It's a pretty raw sword. I think what it's supposed to be is, like, literally, it's green. I think it's supposed to be reminiscent of the grass-cutting sword that I originally theorized Zoro would get, which is the sword that Susanoo, I believe, uses to cut off the head of the Orochi, of the Yamato no Orochi, I think is what it's called. But anyways, Zoro looks so fucking hard right here. He looks like some Bleach character about to cut a hole in the spectral soul multiverse. Big Mom is actually scared. Flying.
Kaido's even like you can even see in the panel.
You can even see
Kaido's like eyes are like, whoa.
Yeah, he's like, what the fuck's going on here? Flying dragon. Look at Zoro's face in the bottom left. When he's like, dude, those words are just screaming power. Blaze.
Shing.
Just to tell you, like, the scale, that is, like, I feel like if Zoro did that against the mountain would be gone.
Oh, the island would be cut in half.
Like, Zoro, like, this is, like, the point in time where Zoro is starting to get to those, like, Mihawk-level mountain slashes. But this is just a preliminary one. So, you know what I'm thinking, like, this is almost making me think that, like, swordsmen are, like, actually really the top tiers in this universe, and this fight is honestly making me think that Mihawk is even stronger than I thought he was. I honestly think that Mihawk... Dude, Mihawk is definitely, like, right next to Kaido and Big Mom. At this point, dude.
Yeah, no, obviously, because Shanks is right next to them, and like he's at least.
Dude, I'm just saying, like, look at the fear in their eyes when they see Zoro priming up like a really good slash attack from the Sword of Odin. What kind of reaction would they have to Mihawk, who is at least still five times good as Zoro with the Yoru?
Yeah. Something I'd like to say about this real quick is I agree with you. I definitely think Zoro's starting to approach like those like Mihawk level of slashes in terms of power, but the big difference between the two is that like this takes a lot
out of Zoro. It
like
does.
We are actually seeing him struggle right now with this.
He wheezes. He wheezes after this.
So,
this is why I'm saying like Mihawk is definitely easily still as 5 times as good as Zoro because Mihawk will effortlessly sing out a slash and he'll cut half the earth in half. Like, bro, without breaking a sweat. This is Zoro putting a lot of energy power. You could see in that panel right there when he's like, he looks like a fucking Bleach character, dude. Like, he's holding it behind his head. He's, like, got a really serious look on his face. There is, like, an aura emanating from the blade. And I can't wait to...
It's not from the blade. It's, like, being pulled, like, out of his arm and, like, going around the blade.
That's so hard! That's so hard! I cannot wait to see that animated. Like, literally, the hockey being drawn from this just godly warrior being pushed into the blade. Shing! Cuts off D-horns. Does the fucking, what did Kaido, wait, let me see. Kaido basically has the same horns as the Skullhead, by the way. He has the same horns as the Skullhead. So, possibly signifying that Zoro's going to do this later to Kaido? I don't know. Why is Odin's aura emanating from his sword? You really underestimated him? Wheeze, damn it, I missed. So, this was such a strong ability that Zoro actually missed.
Couldn't control it that well.
Yeah, I couldn't control it that well. Not to mention, I do think that Kaido probably got out of the way. In some fashion. I would like to think that Kaido tried to dodge that, actually adhered to Big Mom's warning. Kaido then gets, vaporized as well. I mean, Zoro then gets vaporized as well. We see over here on the next panel, Luffy does a little bit of a Zoro. Zoro's fine, bro. That lightning, dude. If pre-timeskip base Sanchi could tank a blast from NL, like Zoro's fine. He is chilling. He is chilling. Mama, ha ha, ha ha. You're all sitting ducks out here now. There's no way out. Heavenly Dominion. Shiva's Wrath. Okay, actually something cool out of Big Mom. This is a really fucking gorgeous ass panel to see just Kaido right next to Big Mom on the cloud. They're a really cool, just like fighting duo. It really looks amazing. Shiva is the god of like, well, he's another one of those main deities in Hinduism, and he is basically the path or like of destruction. He's like the destructive figure. He's the deity of destruction. So Big Mom's just going all out, just sending these vaporizing trails, these electric lasers out. And what would be cool if Big Mom could actually like send out and turn these electric bolts into like homies or something.
That would be cool. That would be real. Actually, I think
that's what she's doing.
Yeah, no, I was just about to say like that is exactly what she's doing.
Wait, that's exactly what she's doing.
Yeah! With Kid, you like see like you literally see one of them like kind of just like whoop.
She's actually controlling the lightning. Like you could see every little bolt has its own face. It says he. I was thinking the thought. I was like, it would be really cool if she could do that and like control it. That's what she's doing. Big Mom,
that's exactly what she's doing.
Actually rather overpowered. Like, she's basically crazy. Got the Mera no Mi.
Yeah, dude, I was really thinking, like, she really has two, like, Logia fruits, basically.
Yeah, just take away the power, just the destructive power alone. Like, dude. Like, think of all the other things. Think of all the other things she could put, like, homies in control that would be fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm. But, like, it's, like, not only, she's not just, like, sending the lightning bolts down, like, she's, like, actually, she could, like, move them.
Control them like homing missiles.
Yeah.
Like she's actually a boss in a Metal Gear Solid game. Like, she's fucking excellent. Luffy gets hit by the electricity, basically, the lightning bolts. Kid is trying to block them, but then as you can see, they have a little mind of their own. Gives them a little bit of a sidewinder. Law definitely tanks one as well. But I'm just thinking, like, bro, like, last chapter they tanked, like, Prometheus's little spitball fireballs. Like, dude, they gotta be able to tank this just fine.
I definitely think they're gonna...
Luffy is unscathed, of course, because
obviously.
Big Mom even asks, Luffy, why weren't you fried by my lightning? He's like, I'm made of rubber! And Big Mom is another mother concerned look on her face. You're gonna pay for going after Zoro and the others.
Oh, not this.
Now, Zoro hits him with that blast breath. Basically sends out a big laser. Zoro is not Zoro, I keep on mixing up their names, but Kaido shoots out lasers. Basically what's happening there.
Pretty much.
Last panel. Absolutely amazing epicness we got this chapter. Luffy heading towards Kaido. Kaido is a little bit confused. What? Fire isn't effective either. Is this a trick? And Luffy replies, Nope! Guts! Gomu Gomu no Kong Gatlin! Just starts fucking hammering Kaido. Oh my god, dude. I really am enjoying myself so much right now.
Yeah, that's so Chad. He's like, no, I'm not immune to that. That hurt me. I just don't give a fuck.
Dude, I was a little bit tired because I just woke up from a nap. I was waiting for Dylan to get off work so we could record this. But, like, I am truly having a good time. I am truly having such a good time. Seeing Zoro do the flying dragon blaze with Enma, I just can't wait for that shit to be animated. I just hope they juice up every single Zoro moment.
Dude. We've already seen, like, Zoro moments that weren't, like, as, like, dude, like, not even a fraction of how crazy this is.
Bro.
We've seen them turn into, like, absolutely stunning fucking animation fights, like the fucking killer fight in, like, the beginning of Wano. And that, in the anime, is, like, actually insane. Like, dude, in the anime, this fight, like, dude, it's gonna be crazy.
I hope they have that one bitch who, like, did the Warlords episode that everybody was going crazy about. She directed it. There was a female director who did the Warlord when they were talking about the Warlords being abolished, and they had that really fucking, like, movie level animation that makes Whole Cake look like a fucking, like, you bought Whole Cake at a dollar store. But yeah, dude, wow. What an amazing chapter.
Mm-hmm. And also, something I'd like to point out is that this is a Kong Gatling, right? Mm-hmm. And I was always under the impression that is what, like, his, like, organ gun was, right?
Uh-huh.
Is that his organ gun was just a Kong Gatling. But, like, this is Kong Gatling, which makes me, like, wonder, like, what's the difference between the two then? Because they both are, like, he's sending out a flurry of punches.
Has he used Kong Gatling before?
No, he hasn't. I don't think.
Is this like a new ability?
But I'm pretty sure this is one of the new abilities in this chapter. This, I don't know about Kong Rifle. It might. I feel like I might have heard that before, but I feel like that's also a new one. Gibson Smash is a new one. Zoro's is a new one. Big Mom has 2 new abilities.
I don't know if I've seen the Kong Gatling before, but yeah, I feel like the organ... Dude, when I saw Luffy do the organ gun for the first time, I was like, bro, if you're able to manifest, like, 3 more arms using your Gear 4th abilities, like, bro, why don't you do this more often? Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? Like, when I saw it, I was like, bro, like, your shit is, like, limitless now. Like, you can just, like, spawn arms. Why don't you just spawn extra arms?
I wasn't sure if that was him just spawning, like, just having extra arms, like, somehow, or if that was just him moving so fast.
Like, it looked like he was spawning extra arms. That's what organ gun looks like. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and, like, this one, we don't see, like, 3,
like, you think
2 extra pairs of arms.
You
like,
think organ gun would almost be, like, better because it's literally manifesting the arms rather than him just, like, using his 2 arms so fast that it seems like a bunch of arms. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I'm just really hyped. I think, like, honestly, dude, that chapter was a good 9 out of 10. I'm gonna give it an 8. I'm actually, based on other chapters, I'm gonna give it an 8.5. I feel like the stakes are highering now to the point where I have to, even a chapter to that scale, I have to give like an 8.5. Even the one where Zoro does the flying dragon slash, I gotta give it 8.5. Quick, the last thing I want to do in this podcast is basically just do our predictions for the next chapter, because there's no break. Really exciting. I just predict that I would like to think that Killer is basically the one who's really going to be affected most by the lightning bolt. I really don't see Killer advancing or doing anything like significant in the remainder of the fight. I think next chapter is going to be the last chapter where it's fully on the roof.
I think this chapter could even be the last chapter where it's fully on the roof.
It's either that they're going to transition from the roof at like the middle of next chapter, or the next chapter is going to be the last one where it's completely on the roof, and at the end of it, we're going to have some kind of transition, maybe back to Yamato, and then that is going to lead us to transition back to everybody else, because, like, bro, a lot has happened in this fight. It is time to transition over to our other subplots and side characters and start their fights.
I think the characters, like, in their fights that I think I would like to see in the next chapter, or, like, that I think we would see, I think, honestly, Jinbei.
Yeah, Jinbei.
Mm-hmm. I think that's the most likely to see, because that's the one where we're, like, that or Marco, but I feel like the Marco King-Queen situation, that's a lot more high stakes than Jinbei and Who's Who. So I feel like Jinbei and Who's Who would be a great one to go to next, because like that is one that's literally, it's like started, like they are facing down. Like the next time we see them, they're going to be fighting.
Also,
and, like, that's the one. Besides, like, what is it? Is it Sasaki and like Frankie?
And then you also forget that like the Parasparrow fight isn't over. We still have Sanji. Sanji has got to escape. Mm-hmm. And maybe go off and fight Queen.
Sanji, but I think Jinbei more.
And then Robin. I feel like Robin and Nami or somebody is definitely gonna have a fight with Black Maria. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think
we also have
Robin.
X Drake is still there. I mean, he could still do something even though Apu has been defeated. Hawkins might show up. And also like, this arc has been kind of outlined to be like the best arc ever to happen in One Piece, so it's very possible that more characters could show up. Like Rocksteady Zebek could show up, Shanks could show up. Like at this point, anything's possible. Like literally, some crazy, super secret, strong, like legendary character could show up.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I've read something like somewhere. Oda said there's a lurking legend or something.
Yeah. I remember him saying that, but dude, like, people kind of assumed that it was Zebek.
Yeah.
Zebek's, like, confirmed to be dead. But not really. I mean, you know what I mean? It would be cool to see, because we haven't even seen what that motherfucker looks like. And bro, I'm also... Rocksteady Zebek could have just been a hockey user at this point, because he did have, like, godlike hockey, but it would have been cool if he had a devil fruit of some sort. Maybe the blood fruit. Blood manipulation fruit. Because that's what people kind of thought Roger had at some point. Mm-hmm. It's a blood manipulation fruit. But yeah, we're going on and we're rambling. We're really tired. But yeah, no, super hype chapter. 8.5 out of 10. Thank you so much, Dylan, for joining me for another episode of the OnePod podcast. I believe we're like easily over between 15 and 20 of these strong. So
I think we're at like 18 or 19 right
yeah,
now, somewhere around
there. I think we're approaching 20.
Yeah.
But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching another one of the OnePod podcasts. If you enjoyed, please slap a like down below. We will be sure to get back to you if you leave comments down there for sure. And if you enjoyed it, please sure you slap the subscribe button. We are going to have to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.